Hi, Chris Cameron here, and I've started a new series on internet research. You can find out more about it by watching some of the other earlier ones, but it is a very important skill that can make you a lot of money, help you keep your job, make your personal life better. But so many people are poor at good internet research. They can take 10 or 20 minutes and find a crummy answer, but you should be able to find a good answer within just a few minutes and then start reading about the solution to your quest for information. So I've talked about things like the address bar. I've talked about things such as the key terms and how critical it is and ways to make it faster to look for key terms. Now, today I want to look at the concept that the first site you go to, don't spend a lot of time on it. If you want a good answer, you're not going to look for one or maybe two sites and find the first answer that makes sense. You want to look at 10 to 20 sites that come off that search to find the best answer. If you're looking around and it's mostly ads and a little bit of information, a little tiny article, I would just dump it. Unless it's right on track. You might find a blog that they're discussing, the people in the blog are discussing that exact topic. Again, if you think that's a good site, like you're getting information you want and it makes sense, great. If it's not, if they're snarky or trolls or whatever you want to call it, like either being disrespectful, being stupid, lowercase, crappy answers, then take it as you think. So if it looks like a crappy answer, it probably is. A lot of people are a better judge of character than they realize, even from type. The other thing is that the first 10 or 15 things on the websites might be kind of the wrong focus. They might not focus with your exact problem because it's so narrow. You want to narrow the scope by looking at these different websites and finding it. If you find that it's just too far off, you're not finding prices or you're not finding reviews of the product, sorry for the video right here, it's really sunny, then you probably want to redo your search. And I talked about that in the last video. I'm hoping to publish these in order, but that doesn't mean they'll be in order. YouTube does a lot of things probably to rearrange them. I guess I could number them in the title. That'd probably be a good idea. I haven't even published any yet. I'm developing kind of a library, and when I'm a little happy that I think it has value, then I'll publish a group of them. Anyway, enough about that. So when you're looking for things, you want to look at many sites, and if you're not on the right track, you can use some of the other techniques I talked about, but also you might even find a link off that site that could be helpful. I wouldn't try the first site or two and waste a lot of time reading every word. I would kind of skim it to look for things that you're trying to look for, like keywords or phrases. One thing to watch for is make sure they're talking about yours. It's happened to me looking at outboard engines or cars where you think they're talking about the right one, but they're actually talking about another thing. Like instead of a 90 horsepower Mercury, they're looking at a different year or different horsepower, and it may or may not apply. The information may or may not apply with a similar brand and similar year, but just watch out for that. So anyway, you're researching. You want to look up a lot of websites and take the best. Don't spend a lot of time. You should open at least 10 to 20. And what I do, this is another thing too. I'm going to put on another video. I'll tell you more about how to do that. That makes it easier. So thanks for watching. If you like it, I would really appreciate it if you click that like button. I know it's a lot of work, but we appreciate it. It's good for us that produce this information that helps people. I'm doing this, I want to help people, but it is good for us if you click those like buttons. And I'll keep the series going. Chris Cameron, thank you very much. Keep on watching. Bye-bye. Hey, Chris Cameron here. Good morning. It's another sunny day in Florida here, and I want to continue my series on internet research and some basic tips to go from poor, crummy, or slow internet research to great, accurate, fantastic, wonderful internet research. And a lot of you think, and I talked about the reasons in the first video about it, and I'm hoping I can keep them in order. But there's a lot of great reasons to do it. First of all, it doesn't waste your time, but B, you don't get bogus results, and C, you might keep your job or accelerate your job. And it's an expected thing that you can do this. But what we're going to talk about today is when you go to, I talked about going to several sites to do internet research in my last video, and to try to, kind of survey for the best answer, get in the really close to the right answer in the ballpark before you do anything about it. And and one way you do that, and I've seen people do this all the time, when I learned to use Windows or any kind of graphical interface, a lot of people, they open something, and then if they're going to go do something else, they always close that thing and go and open something else. So they say go back, and then they go forward again. Well, this is really it really applies to browsers, because with a browser you can either go down a path, and then if you have to change paths, like you don't want that site, you have to go back. You have to wait for the web page to reload, then you can go forward again. Well, it's a lot faster if you've got your survey results in front of you from the browser's search engine to right-click and open a new tab. All browsers support this now, even Internet Explorer, that sometimes a little bit slow innovating. Well, it doesn't innovate, it copies. But anyway, if you like Internet Explorer, rock on. It's better than has been, and it will do this. So if you're looking to go down a particular path, right-click on the link and open it in a new tab. Not a new window, a new tab. Again, your personal way of doing it will vary. This is just a suggested way to do it. There's lots of ways to do it. However, by opening different tabs, let's say you've opened 10 to 20 things. Well, if you go forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward and back, first of all, it's a lot more time. But then if you think, 2 windows ago was the best result. Oh gosh, where the hell was that? So you would have to look. But if you open different tabs, you have all the sites open that you wanted to research. And after looking them over, then you can pick the one that gives you the best answer. Another thing is that it might not be picking one. It might be picking some information from one and some information from another. So it might be a multi-part answer or something related that you want to read about. The other nice thing is if there's something you want to read about your product, but you want to stay on track and get your answer for your main question, a very detailed question we're assuming, then you just leave it open, and as you go back and have time, before you close those other tabs, you can read the article that you wanted to read and find out more details. So that works out very nice. So that was my quickie for the morning. Just show you that using tabs and opening separate tabs is much better than opening them one at a time and going forth and back and forth to look at your information, because sometimes you want to go back and look at it. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry about the sun. It's kind of making me look bad. It doesn't take much, right? But I really appreciate you watching. If you find it interesting or helpful, or even if you just agree, or you just like to click things, please click the like button. Really appreciate it. Excuse me. It helps us as YouTubers. I want to put forth good information and something that YouTube likes to see, that the content is of value to the viewers. So thank you very much, Chris Cameron. Take care now.